Hey there guys, it's Tina and I'm back. And I hope you guys are all doing well and staying safe. If you're also back, team I'm back. Thank you so much for joining me again. But if you're new and maybe you like what you see, please consider subscribing. We have tons of fun here on this channel talking about makeup and all things beauty. And today we are doing a get ready with me with a ton of new products. Okay. So I just got back from a bunch of trips and I have quite a few new products waiting for me to test out, and I decided, hey, what's the best way to do that but do a get ready with me and try them all out at the same time. So what are the things we're trying out? We have the new Youthforia Serum Foundation. This is their Date Night Skin Tint Serum Foundation. They sent this my way along with the primer and the little foundation brush. So we're gonna try out these two new products. It's all the rage, right? We've been hearing about this line because apparently you can sleep in the foundation, which I wouldn't recommend, don't do that. But it has skincare ingredients. You can sleep in it because it's really good for your skin. So gonna try this out. I'm also testing out the Kulfi Concealer again, a second time. So you'll see this in action. We also have the little set from Rare Beauty. So this has 2 blushes and 2 highlighter shades. I did go ahead and pick this up because I wanted to try it out, and I thought it was a good deal because it's $25, which is the price of a full-size Rare Beauty liquid blush or highlighter. So to get 4 different shades to try out for that price point, I thought was a good little, you know, little thing to try. And we have this Armani Beauty liquid eyeshadow. I picked this up in store. I saw it, I swatched it, and I was caught up. Okay, so we're trying this guy out. I have a couple more shades, but I wanted to see how it would perform. So we're using this. I also have this Simihaze Skin Suede Melting Blush Balm. We're gonna test this out. I'm gonna give you my thoughts. Oh, a skincare product. We have the Fenty Skin Blemish Defeater. This is the spot treatment. I'm actually gonna use this in the video so you can see this in action as well. We also have the Huda Beauty Easy Bake and Snatch Powder. This is a new pressed powder from Huda Beauty. It's making its rounds. I had to try it out for myself because I have oily skin. I wanna see what it's all about. What else did we try? Oh, I did test out the Glow Recipe Pomegranate Peptide Firming Serum. I don't have a lot of feedback because it's a skincare product, you know, but I do have some thoughts about it, so I'll share this as well. And I think that's it. The eyeshadow, in addition to the Armani Beauty liquid eyeshadow, I also used a couple of shades from the Mirage palette from Alter Ego. This is duping the Huda Beauty Empowered palette. You see the color story? Yeah, look familiar? I didn't use like a ton of shades from the palette. I only used 3. So it's not much of a review, but I just wanted to incorporate it in this look because the fun shades on the eyelids are from Clionadh Cosmetics. Like, come on. It's all about the Clionadh shades. I wanted to play with these because I don't usually play with them on camera, and I know a couple of you want to see them in action, right? So we're using a couple of the jeweled multi-chromes. These are Viseart Grande Pro palettes, by the way, that I emptied out and put my Clionadh eyeshadows in here because they fit perfectly, and isn't that stunning? Like, so pretty to look at. So we're using those on the eyes, and I think that's it. That's it. So if you want to see this look and you want to hear my thoughts and see these products in action, then stay tuned and let's go ahead and jump right into it. Alright guys, so as usual, I'm starting off with a clean, freshly washed face. I did go ahead and fill in my brows, and I applied eyeshadow primer, which is my Urban Decay Anti-Aging Primer Potion, and a little bit of my NARS Complete, oh geez, I forgot the name again. Oh my god, alright. Soft Matte Complete Concealer. Yes, in the shade Toffee. Just under my brows to clean it up. I love a crisp brow. Like, don't play with me, okay? Love a crisp brow, but I didn't apply this all over my lids because, as you know from the introduction, we're using a new cream eyeshadow that I just picked up. So I'm gonna start out with skin prep, which is what I usually do, and for that I have this new product from Fenty Skin. So I saw this advertised and I was curious, you know, as you do. And if you followed me for a while, then you know I love the Peace Out Acne Dot. So I have the day dots and then the regular dots that you wear at night. I think I finished the regular ones. These are the day ones, which are a little bit more on the sheer side, and I use those over pimples just to dry them up. It's a spot treatment, and then this little guy caught my eye because it's also a spot treatment, and apparently it gives a similar layer on top of your pimples. So you apply it before makeup and you allow it to dry, and it's going to create a little film. At least that's what the claims are. It creates a little film, a little barrier over your spot, and it has acne treatment in it to target the spot at the same time. So it says, apply to targeted spots on clean dry skin AM and PM. Let dry completely before applying moisturizer and or makeup, okay? So we're gonna do exactly that. It's a BHA targeting spot gel. It's called a blemish defeater. It creates an invisible shield powered by salicylic acid, willow bark, and ginger to fight blemishes, clarify pores, and soothe skin, and it works well under makeup. So we're gonna try it out. We're gonna try it out. It comes in a tube applicator, and it has a little silicone tip with a tiny hole at the top, and you squeeze the product through. I'm just getting a little dot, just that little tiny dot. You see it, a little dollop. And we're going to apply it on this ugly little guy that I woke up with today. So, well, I had it yesterday. I put my acne dot on it overnight. So it's still like a little painful, but it's going down, you know? So let's put a little bit of, ooh, okay. So it applies almost, ooh, okay. So it's almost like a silicone primer. That's the texture. And then I also have this little guy under here. Oh my God, these pimples are the worst because they chose to be in the most painful spots. If you have ever had a pimple on your nose or like at the side of your nose or on your lip, oh God, you know those are painful. I'm going to clean this off with some alcohol, the applicator, just to keep it sanitary, you know, as you do. I always have a little spray bottle of alcohol on my desk. So I just clean that guy off to make sure it's nice and hygienic. All right, I'm gonna let that completely dry. Should I try to like tap it out? Let's see if I can just tap out the edges a little bit. Yeah, it feels like a silicone-y balm. Let's allow that to dry and we'll see how it works under makeup, right? We're gonna see. I also picked up the new Glow Recipe Pomegranate Peptide Firming Serum. I'm a sucker for Glow Recipe products. I really am. Oh my God. So this one is good for loss of firmness. I don't have that yet, but I'm 40. We're trying to work it out, child. And it's also good for uneven texture, which I kind of have here or there. It's good for normal, dry, combination, oily skin. It targets fine lines and wrinkles, dryness, and loss of firmness and elasticity. It's a firming lifting serum made with polypeptides, hyaluronic acid, and pomegranate to target fine lines and wrinkles to deliver a hydrated, lifted appearance. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a little pump of this. It looks like that. It's just a runny, like cream serum. I'm not gonna, ooh, I can't put it on the acne spots. So let's put it forehead and on my jaw. I fall for the shenanigans over at Glow Recipe. Someone said this, I forget if it was, ooh, don't come that close in, child. Somebody said this, was it on Twitter? It has to be. They said that the Glow Recipe marketing is kind of similar to vape pen for teenagers. They have this candy color packaging, the fruit scents, and it's kind of targeted to a younger audience. More so teenagers, they're just gonna be drawn into it. And the prices are still kind of high for average skincare ingredients, which, you know what, that might be true, but I fell for it. I do love the packaging. I do love the marketing. I do love the fruit aspect. I love the scents. I don't care, okay? I've fallen for it and I'm fine with it. Now this serum absorbs really quickly. It doesn't leave a glow behind at all. I like that. Now I'm obviously not gonna be able to see results right away, but I'm gonna keep using it. I used it last night as well, so we'll see. Let's see what the claims are. So they did a survey of 31 people after 4 weeks. It says 93% agreed that skin looks firm, lifted, and smooth. 100% agreed that this product made lines and wrinkles on the neck area less visible. Ooh, on my neck, child? And 96% agreed that the firming serum tightens sagging skin around the jawline. Now, I don't have all of that, but you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna apply it to my neck, you know, area and see how it goes. But I like the serum, okay? If you want me to use skincare, it has to be fun for me. It has to be enjoyable, and I like it. So there you go for that serum. Now we're gonna do eyeshadow. Oh my god. So I have 2 products that I'm gonna try out today. I have new cream eyeshadows from Giorgio Armani. They really go by Armani Beauty, but they have the GA logo, so it's always gonna be Giorgio Armani to me. Anyway, Armani Beauty. This is their eye tint long-lasting liquid eyeshadows. $36, child. Whoo, there are a few shades available, and I ended up in the same predicament that I always end up in when I go in store. I saw these, I swatched them, and I wanted them all. Not all of them, to be fair. I have this really dark, like, blackberry shade. It's 56 Night Viper. Ooh, and it's a deep burgundy, and it has a little bit of shimmer to it. So there's an S on this one, so it's 56S. Look at that. It looks so pretty. The applicator is one of these arrowhead applicators. Look at that shade. Isn't that sexy? Yes. This is the product that inspired this whole get ready with me. Let me zoom out just a little bit so we can keep talking. So we're gonna use this, but I also have the new Mirage palette from Alter Ego. This is their palette that's kind of based on the Empowered palette from Huda Beauty. Now, they don't outright say that, right? They're not like, oh, we're a dupe brand, we're trying to duplicate these other brands' color stories, but that's essentially what they're doing. Like, you can just look at it and know that's what they're doing. And I really did like the Empowered color story from last year. Huda Beauty just always gets me. So I'm going to incorporate mainly the mattes in this palette and see how it goes. Like, see the vibe. But what I really want to do as well is incorporate one of my Clionadh shades because they're so pretty. These are the stained glass shadows. I think all of these on this side are from the Jeweled collection. So these are the Jeweled multi-chromes. But I want to use one of these. I'm just inspired, okay? I'm just ready to put makeup on my face. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to start out with the Armani Beauty shadow. All right, now you can come back in. I don't know what the best way to apply these would be. Maybe I should try to pick the product up off the applicator. Let's try that first. Let's see how that goes. And then we can, ooh, like look at this shade, right? Oh my God. It's like this beautiful, smoky, what is it called? It's called Viper, right? What's the description? A blackened purple burgundy, but it's so pigmented and it's swiping on with that pigmentation. It's not like blending out too much, even though like I do want it to blend out. So I'll just create like a semicircle situation, and then let me get a blending brush really quickly and go around the edge of that before it completely dries down, because we want to blur that out so there are no harsh lines, right? Wow, like look how easily that applied. See, I love that because it doesn't dry down too fast. You can kind of do a quick one and done smoky eye with it, right? Apply it and then blend it out. The edges are blending out really easily. Really, wow. Yes, yes, Giorgio Armani. Like, come on. You can literally use that and be done. That's a smoky eye. You're done. Go about your business. Wow. So if you're into these quick kind of products, this might be one to check out. And they have, I was probably out of focus. I'm sorry, I apologize. They have different neutral shades. Let me zoom back out because you're too close. They have different neutral shades and they have shimmer shades versus matte. So I'm gonna use the taupey one like moving forward. I've had these for a couple of weeks now, but I never used them on camera and I was like, all right, it's time. So let me use the applicator directly. Now, I wouldn't say to use the applicator to blend this out. Just use it to apply it and then blend it out. I'm just gonna use the blending brush from the jump. I'm not even gonna use the shadow brush. Blend it out and then go around the edge. And I'm just using like buffing, circular motions, and windshield wiper motions in the crease just to build it, blend it. Oh my god. Move it around in that crease line. Let me wipe off some of the excess off the brush and just go around the edges. Yeah, I mean, it moves well. It applied really well and it's blending well. Okay. I like that so far. And this is the darkest shade they have. And it just stood out to me. That is a sexy shade. It retains the pigmentation. Because remember, it was a rich, dark shade. I'm telling you, you guys, the technology that they have these days for liquid eyeshadows and cream eyeshadows is light years beyond what we had back in the day. Liquid eyeshadows, cream eyeshadows were just like so-so. And now it's just like, boom. That is nice. That is really nice. Do I even need the Mirage palette? I'm still gonna use it, but I don't even need it now. Let me go in with the matte, which is Endless. That is the darkest matte in the palette. I'm just gonna pick that up on the same brush and see if I can build a little dimension on that outer V. It's a very similar shade, like a, yeah, like a red brown. So it's gonna go with this shade. It's not even like a red brown, it's like a purpley brown. Oh, it matches so perfectly. It matches so well. It's just slightly deeper, so it'll give me some depth on that outer V. Oh, wow. All right, let's do it on this side so you can see it. It's a great matching shade. And that pigmentation is really good. I think Alter Ego is also improving their formulations, especially with their mattes. They're doing so well. I love when they come out with these duplicate palettes. They're not claiming they're dupes, but they are dupes, okay? Because if you love the color story, but you're not willing to drop $70 on a palette, which honestly, truly, if I didn't have a YouTube channel, I probably wouldn't be dropping $70 on a palette either. But if you wanted the color story, you can get a cheaper alternative. And I do have a discount code that is affiliated, so I will link it down below. So in case you wanted to pick it up, you could get a further discount. I think it's even 10% off. Yeah. So these are already at a good price point and you get an additional 10% off. I'll use it in another video or talk about it in an upcoming video, like show you swatches and stuff. But I really want to grab one of the Clionadh shades. Which one do you think? Do you think we should use this one or one of these? I'm gonna use this purple one right here. This shade is Gothic and it has like purple fuchsia copper flashes. You'll see. I have to apply it for you to actually see it, right? So I'm going to grab that on my Unit 308 brush and just pop, ooh, yes, and just pop it on the lid area. I'm going to dampen my brush because I really want this to be intense. I want to amplify this shade as much as possible. Ooh, yes, give it to me. Now this shade is not as sparkly as some of the other shades. This is gonna be more of like a smooth multi-chrome. All right, so it's just gonna give you that smooth color rather than being really sparkly, which I don't like sparkly shades. I'll tell you that right now. I wonder how it looks with a finger. Let me try it with a finger, because that's how it looks on your finger. Let's see. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So applying it with your finger, you're gonna get a little bit more intensity. I mean, it's kind of similar intensity, I would say. your finger is just gonna press it and warm it up a little bit more. Oh my god, that's so pretty. Did you guys know that I didn't really like purple back in the day? Like a purple eyeshadow was not for me. I warmed up the purple, if you haven't noticed. I have actually decided that purple is not such a bad shade. It's actually a really pretty shade, especially on dark skin. Purples and coppers behavior. Oh my god, this is so good. And then I'm gonna grab a little bit of Smolder. This is a stunning shade as well. Kind of similar, but a little bit more on the sparkly side. And I'm going to apply that with a BK Beauty 209 brush on the inner part of the lid. Oh, look how pretty. Ooh. So that's given a little bit, you see how it's given like more of a fiery look now? Because the fuchsia in this one is a little bit more intense. So it's adding almost like a fuchsia glow. That's pretty. I'm just blending out the edge just a little bit. And the thing about these multi-combs is you don't want to work too much with them because you want to retain that intensity. Oh, that's so pretty. That is so pretty. I also have a discount code, an affiliate code with Clionadh. And I've done swatches with them. They're such a great company to work with. I just love working with them. And I was one of the first affiliates with them. So, loving that. That's pretty. Okay, I need a bright inner tear duct shade. Let me go back to the Mirage palette from Alter Ego and see what they got going on. They ain't got nothing going on, but I'm gonna use their highlighter shade. So this is Clay. It's just a kind of orangey, yeah, ooh, a creamy light orange, like a peach. That's a good highlight. Oh my god, and that blended out really well. That's another matte. That's pretty. What am I gonna do with the inner tear duct, guys? Help me. Help me. All right, let's zoom back out. Let's check this Fenty thing. It seems to have dried down, but it still feels a little tacky. I have other multi-chromes. I don't think in this palette. Let's see. So these are Viseart palettes that I emptied out. These are the Grande palettes, and the Clionadh shades just fit perfectly in there. Should I use one of these? But I don't know which one. You see how all of them look the same? Like, how am I gonna know which one? Oh my god. This was a silly way for me to organize it because I really don't know like what the shades look like. Oh, you have to definitely swatch them to tell. Should we use this one or this one? So this one is Ray. I don't know why I'm even showing you because you won't even be able to tell what it is. Now, ooh, hoo, hoo. Yo, come back in, come back in. This is a BK Beauty 210 brush. But look at that. Just pop it. Oh, that is so pretty. Oh my god. All right. Enough of that. I'm getting out of hand with it, but that is so pretty. Cause it's not like a stark white, right? Which I don't like. I want something that's gonna add a little brightness, but without being too stark. And that is perfection. Oh my god, that is so good. So this shade, Ray, yes, absolutely. It's more of like a pinky fuchsia flash, right? Oh my god, that's so good. That's so good. That is so good. That is so good. Oh, I can't get over it. All right, let's go ahead and work on the face now. So before I go in with my concealer, let's do a primer. This is from Youthforia, so we're using their foundation. Let's use their primer. So this brand is new to Ulta, and they went ahead and sent me the primer, the foundation, and their makeup brush. So I have the little set here. So it says the most anticipated launch of the year, date night, foundation you can sleep in. So that's their whole shtick, right? You can sleep in their foundation because it's so good for your skin. I wouldn't suggest you sleep in your foundation. I mean, that's up to you. Like, I'm not going to sleep in my foundation. One, because it's tinted product. So it's going to be all over my pillowcases and my sheets, right? I don't want that. Plus, I wear an eye mask, so I don't want it on my eye mask. So I wouldn't sleep in my foundation. But apparently, if you fall asleep, if you take a little nap, you'll be all right. But, I mean, it's up to you, all right? So it says here, Youthforia's Pre-Game Daily Protective Primer with its emollient formula holds your makeup in place and stops moisture from escaping, providing insurance for your lavish skincare. So it has a soft, radiant finish that glides on like silk and sinks in like quicksand for a featherweight I'm wearing nothing at all feel. It works for all skin tones and types, including normal skin, dry skin, oily skin, sensitive skin, and mature skin. It protects against modern pollution and irritation-laden formulas. All right. It's composed of micromolecules to flex and bend to your unique skin, gliding on for a lasting, effortless look. And it's loaded with skincare actives to enhance your skin with everyday wear as it protects. All right. It's also claiming like Blue Shield technology. I don't believe in that, so I'm going to skip right along. It can be worn alone on no makeup days with an SPF, as a highlighter on high points of your face, or mixed in with your skin tint, or as the ideal prep for your foundation. Is cruelty-free and vegan. 100% of subjects agree that after sleeping in the primer, skin did not feel dry or dehydrated, which is a good thing. 97% of subjects agree that after sleeping in primer, skin did not appear red. Okay, so no irritation. The skin did not feel irritated. 97% say that. And then 90% say that after sleeping in primer, they did not experience an acne breakout. It's free of silicones and fragrance. I'm not, again, going to sleep in this, but let's go ahead and try this out. I need to remove every shimmer particle from my hands. Get off of me! All right, so let's pump this out. Oh, so it is tinted. It's like a creamy beige. Let's see how this goes. It says for all skin tones. It smells a little, you know what it smells like? M&M's. It smells like M&M's. I'm trying to be a little bit more gentle where we put that little Fenty skin thing. But I mean, the Fenty, it's moving over it fine, no problems. Let's see here. All right, so it's blending in nicely. It does feel smooth. It doesn't feel like silicone. It doesn't feel slippy. But it does feel very silky and smooth. All right, let me just apply that all over my skin. Okay. It says you can use it as a highlighter, but I don't see that it's shiny or anything, which is good because I don't need any additional glow. It's just like a normal finish on the skin. I do look hydrated, but I don't look shiny, which is a good thing for me. I don't like being shiny, child. All right, now let's move on to the foundation. So I have two shades. This is their Date Night Skin Tint Serum Foundation. They sent me two shades. I have 380 and 390. 380 is way too light. 390 looks like it will be my shade, but I didn't check it yet. I just swatched it on the back of my hand. And on the back of my hand, it seemed like it was a little bit rich, but my hand is a little bit lighter than my face. So we'll see here, we'll see. And I'll show you the product up close while we talk about it and also give you swatches. So this is from the founder, who is Fiona Ko-chan. She says here, you know the foundation you reach for when you're getting ready for a date? It's your good foundation that makes your skin look amazing and makes you feel confident. I wanted to create just that, but for every day, so that I could have date night ready skin all the time. I wasn't big on foundation until I discovered luxury $200 plus foundations because the textures sat so nicely on my skin, which is true. They do sit nicely on the skin. I kept thinking, I wish I had this when I was dating, but in a price point I found affordable, so I decided to create it myself, and that's how Date Night Skin Tint Serum Foundation was born. It's the perfect foundation for those who love the lightweight textures of skin tints but want more coverage. This retails for $48 and it contains the usual 1 fluid ounce or 30 milliliters. It says here, notable benefits and ingredients. It's foundation you can sleep in. It's weightless medium buildable coverage. It's glass skin-like finish for easy, effortless blending, made with 68% skincare ingredients, patented ingredients to improve the appearance of pores. Ooh, yes, needed. Flexible shades that balance your skin. So it's a skin tint. It's not going to have an extensive shade range like a foundation would. It's patented tannins complex to reduce appearance of pores. Tannins are from grapes, right? That they use for wine. Silicone and fragrance free. It says prep your skin with the Youthforia pre-game primer, which I did, right? And it can be worn as a skin tint or as a medium coverage foundation. All you have to do is change your tools. So for medium coverage, use 2 pumps on the back of your hand and then apply with a brush, which they did send my way. And then for light coverage, use 1 pump on the back of your hand and then apply with a sponge or your fingers. All right now, child, 96% agree that the foundation lasts all day. 94% agree that skin did not feel irritated. 90% agree that skin did not feel dry or dehydrated. And 87% agree that they did not experience acne breakouts. Now, 87% makes me a little bit nervous because you said I can sleep in this and it has all the skincare ingredients that you could want. Okay, so let's start out with the 390 shade and the brush. This one is medium deep neutral with warm undertones. Let's zoom in a little bit so you can see. I'm gonna save this side for the sponge because of the Fenty thing. All right, skin feels good. All right, grab the brush and 390. I think that's a good shade match, right? Yeah, that's a good shade match. Okay, perfect. I don't need to use the lighter shade then. Oh, that is blending in so nicely, just like a skin tint should. It's a nice shade match. My undertone is perfect. What did it say? Neutral with warm undertones. That's me. That's me. They asked me to choose my shade and I was spot on. I was spot on because this is perfect. Oh, it feels so good. Maybe it's the brush. The brush is really soft. It's gliding on really nicely. No issues. It's not dragging. Feels good. All right, let's put some in the forehead area. Yeah, great shade match. Gliding on well. It has more of a dewy finish on my skin though. You can see it's a little bit more on the glowy side. And I would say this is a light medium coverage. It's not really, what do you think? It's evening out my complexion. It's definitely more of a skin tint, but it's also not extremely light coverage. Like it is evening out my skin. Let's try the sponge. So I'm gonna get some more because I thought I was gonna use the lighter shade. Let's see what the lighter shade looks like, just so you'll know. I get a little on the brush so you can see. That's way too light. So 380 is not gonna be my shade. I guess I could mix it in. Yeah, I still could because it's a lightweight coverage product. So it's going to be flexible. So I could get away with 380 as well. Kind of, right? All right, so on the sponge side, let's see how it goes. Going over that Fenty product. The Fenty product isn't moving because we're testing that as well, right? And that product is applying well. I have some hyperpigment. Ooh, yeah. It definitely has a light medium coverage because it covered up that hyperpigmentation from previous pimples, because right here has just been the bane of my existence for the last couple of weeks. It's applying really well with a sponge too. I don't even have to do a lot for it to blend. Do you see that? Yeah, sorry if I'm going in and out of focus, guys, but that looks good. I don't even think the sponge is giving ultra light coverage compared to the brush side. I think it's given the same level of coverage, honestly. Honestly, truly. And it looks good, but it looks glowy. It's a good thing we have the powder that we have because I'm not trying to be glowy, child. But that looks nice. I think I'm going to use the sponge for the rest of my face just to go over it. I feel like the sponge is giving a better look to the foundation. I don't usually apply my foundation with a sponge because I just prefer a brush. But here you have it. Let me turn down the light a bit. So here you have it. Skin looks very healthy, but it looks very moist. But you can't even tell the products on my skin, right? That blends. Nice. Stop it. Look at my little Fenty spot. It blended over that really nicely. Fenty, you may be onto something. Even this little, you see how cruel that is right there? That hurts so much. But that looks very glowy. Oh my god, I look so glowy. Oh my god. Very glowy. Let me turn the lights back up. All right, let's use our new concealer as well. This is from Kulfi. This one is a new brand now to Sephora, and this is $26. We have how much product in here? 5 milliliters, 0.17 fluid ounce. And we have a total of 21 shades. The shade I picked up is Falooda Fizz. Now, someone in my comments mentioned this, that Kulfi is a type of Indian ice cream. So it's like dessert based. I love that. So a lot of this is geared towards brown skin. And again, the shade I picked up is Falooda Fizz, which Falooda is another dessert. And it's described as, let's see, tan deep with olive gold undertones, which is kind of what I am, right? Which is good because we don't see olive a lot in undertone ranges. All right, so let's go in with this under the eyes. Let's read what it says. It says, this is a crease-proof, self-setting, hydrating concealer with a radiant looking finish and medium coverage, which is perfect for hiding the look of dark circles, hyperpigmentation, and blemishes. So we're going under our eyes. This shade is almost like a spot on shade. I really don't need a lot of this around my mouth either. That little skin tint actually covered a lot. Let's put a little over that blemish. So we're thinking medium coverage, radiant finish. Not my forte. I don't like radiant, but I mean, it's gonna match with this foundation, right? Blends out really well. This skin tone match is spot on again for me. I'm just using the sponge again, just to blend it out. Blends out really easily. I don't believe in creaseless concealers. It's a lie. There's no way you're gonna be creaseless. If I have lines under my eyes, you're gonna settle into those lines. There's no way. You're liquid. You're going to settle. I have to set you in order to avoid that. So don't lie to me. Do not lie to me. But it blends really well. Decent coverage. I would say it's a light medium coverage, not full coverage. It melts into the skin tint. Oh my god, I look so damn glowy. I look healthy as hell. You'd probably look at my skin and be like, oh my god, her skin is like glass. It does look like glass. So that claim from the Youthforia foundation is absolutely right. It looks really healthy. It looks beautiful. I think if you have dry skin and you like this look, you might like this foundation, but it's not like overly greasy. I think. Like, maybe, but it's a little bit greasy. I'm gonna let that just marinate on the skin while we go in with the other cream products, because you know we have a lot of cream products going on in this video. So next up we have this from Simihaze Beauty. This is their Skin Suede Melting Bronze Balm. Again, this is a product that caught me in store, and it says online only, but this was in store on like a little display shelf. You know how you go in Sephora and they have these little end kiosks, like the end, what do they call them? The end caps, right? Where they'll have like different brands that are really online only, but some of their products will be in store. So I saw this in store and I was like, ooh, what's that? And that's kind of the way to get me, right? I'm not going to pick up a random brand that I know nothing about online only. I want to kind of see it in store, and I'm happy I saw this because I got to swatch it. This is $25 and it contains 0.14 ounce of product or 4.1 grams. I picked up the shade, so they have 6 shades, which is nice, right? This is Maple 05. So this is the second to darkest shade. It is described as a deep warm olive undertone. Okay, it looks really rich in the pan, but when I kind of swatched it out, it didn't look as rich. Well, it does, but it blends out. So I'm gonna grab it on my 109 brush from Beauty. Just picking it up. And it is more of this, almost like a suede velvet texture. It's not really emollient, too creamy. Warm olive. Okay, so this is given more of a cool tone vibe. You see? It's not really orange. It's not really golden at all. It's given more of a contour shade on me, which I don't mind, okay? But I tend to go for a warmer shade of bronzer, not red, more on the golden caramel side. But if I had to choose between a red and a neutral undertone, I would go with this neutral. It's just given a slight color differential to my skin. You see that? Let me run a little bit of this on the sides of my nose, which is really why I picked it up. I was like, oh, if this is neutral, it's gonna be great for contouring my nose without being too crazy. Okay, let's do the hollows of the cheek so you can really tell the color. That's nice. So you see how subtle it is. I don't know that this shade range has a lot for rich deep skin though, because this is the second deepest shade and it's almost melting into my skin with a little hint of color, which I don't mind, because again, I just want something that's gonna look very realistic on my skin and I don't want it to be too dark, and it's blending really nicely. Like, you see how easily it blends out, which is why I picked it up, because when I swatched it in store, it blended really well. So it's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna keep using it. But I think I like it best for, you know, contouring my nose because it has that cooler undertone. I don't know if I'm sold. I still prefer my Juvia's Place bronzer because it has more of that warm undertone. But this is a good little subtle, almost like contour shade. I look so glowy, guys. I look ultra glowy, and I'm gonna keep going with the glowy. Okay, because I did pick up now the Blush and Glow 4-piece mini set from Rare Beauty for holiday. So they have 2 blushes, 2 liquid blushes, 2 liquid highlighters. And we're gonna do, you know, something with these. All right, so we have the shade Wisdom and Virtue. Someone said that Virtue is gonna be my shade. And people tend to shy away from these blushes because they're pigmented. I'm gonna use Virtue on one side first. Let's see how that goes. Let's use my Smashbox Cream Cheek Brush. They said that this would be like a really beautiful everyday blush on me. Are you sure about that? Because, but don't say nothing, girl. Nothing has shown up on my skin. Girl, who said this? Take it back. Now, I'm gonna use Wisdom now, which is the richer shade. This is more cool tone. Girl, take back your comment. You're too wicked and lie. No, I'm kidding. If you're lighter than me, then maybe Virtue will be your shade. Oh, what is though? Wisdom is showing a little bit, but not really. Mom, if you don't like a strong blush, maybe. If you're lighter skin, maybe. But for me, girl, this is... Do you see anything? No, I mean, me not see no color, girl. But don't see any color. Do me have another... There is no color. I lie ya tell. Which one of y'all lied to me? Which one of y'all? I'm gonna stick with Rare Beauty because I do have more of the shades. So let's grab Love, okay? Because whatever those were, no. So I'm gonna pick some of that up on the brush. Love is more of a, there we go. There's some color. And it's like Love is not even that pigmented at all for me. I think Love is just okay. It's just gonna give me, oh, maybe you be like, girl, you look bruised and battered. What is this? And maybe I do. Perhaps I do. Let me blend that out. Oh, can I tell you how blush always looks crazy on me on camera? Y'all see that? That picked up? No. Girl. Oh my god. The blush has failed me. The blush situation is not going well. Hold the phone. Hold one. Hold on a little bit. Let me go for the Hourglass palette. Let me see if Hourglass can save the day. Let me use the two blushes in the middle just to even out that blush a bit and cover that patchiness because that one look good. Okay, there we go. Hourglass to the rescue. You better rescue me after spending $90. I mean, I didn't spend the $90. I got the 20% off, but that coupon isn't even working anymore. Only the 10% coupon is working. But, okay. That saved a little bit of the day, but now we need to go in with... That is pretty. I'm sorry. This Hourglass, if I was doing subtle, this is the subtle I would do. I'm gonna powder. Don't worry, it looks a little crazy. It looks a little overdone. I understand that. Okay, relax, calm down. But this is the kind of subtle I would do. It's pretty, but there's color. You get me? It's not too loud, too pigmented. It still look kind of patchy, yes, I know. But what am I gonna do, you know? I can't do nothing. I'm going with the powder before I go on, yeah? So as you know, we're using the new Easy Bake and Snatch powders from Huda Beauty. These are, let's see, it's a full long name, okay? So Easy Bake and Snatch Pressed Talc-Free Brightening and Setting Powder. $38. There are, let's see here, 8 different shades. I picked up 2. So I have Cinnamon Bun, which is recommended for deep to rich skin tones with neutral undertones, and it will brighten and disguise under eye darkness. And I have Blondie, which I picked up initially because Blondie is recommended for medium to deep tan skin tones with golden undertones. The golden undertones will brighten while pink undertones will disguise under eye darkness. So golden undertones to brighten. Right? This was recommended for medium to deep tan. It's such a light shade. Oh my god. So it comes in this compact, and under the compact we have a little sponge applicator that is shaped like a teardrop. So I'm gonna go in with the Blondie shade because I think, let's see, what is it meant for? It's a creamy, hydrating, non-comedogenic pressed powder designed for targeted brightening, lifting, and setting for medium coverage and a natural finish. So you're supposed to use it to brighten, so you can use it under the eyes or all over the face. It says to set. So it's a fragrance-free and talc-free formula that is infused with hyaluronic acid and an avocado derivative to create a bright, blurred, and lifted flashback-free finish. Okay, so let's go in with Blondie first. Looks like that. Golden undertones. We're gonna set under. Ooh, you know what I should have done? Hold on. I didn't mean to do that. I should have blended out the concealer again just to make sure that I blended out the lines. So grab this again and we're gonna tap it under the eyes. The shape of the sponge is for precision application. So it's definitely brightening. Okay, so if you're using this as a brightening powder, then Blondie may be the shade for you. It's not picking up a ton of powder when I rub the product. It doesn't get loose or anything, which is good. So it's a firmly pressed powder that's gonna give you a lighter coverage. That looks awful on my pores. Dear Jesus. Let me brighten down the center of my nose. Let me show you how awful that looks right now. In my pores, it looks disgusting. Christ have mercy. Look here. Look here, sir. Let me show you. You see right there, son? Oh, it look creepy and nasty. You see it, don't? No, father. It looks so bad. It looks very bad. So let's go in now with Cinnamon Bun. But look really terrible, but it's bright. I mean, it's gonna be bright. Okay, so Cinnamon Bun. This is the deep to rich. Doesn't look really deep or rich. I'm going to use, let's use my BK Beauty 101 brush. This is just the, okay, so with the brush it picks up more product, and I'm going to apply that to the rest of the skin. So it's supposed to be for setting as well. So I'm gonna set, let's see, and if I can blend out, oh God, that looks so bad. That looks, oh God, that looks so bad, child. Girl, it looks bad. How do I get rid of that? Things were mostly going well, don't we think? Things were fine until the powder. God, oh my God, that looks so bad. I don't know how to, let me just like use a large powder brush just to go over it. It says it's fragrance free, but now it just smells kind of like old makeup. Why does it smell old already? It's brand new, isn't it? Christ, let me see, how long is this? 18 months, so it shouldn't start smelling like Play-Doh already. Guys, help me. I don't know how to get rid of this ugly crepiness. Let me go over it with the foundation brush. Okay. The Fenty thing is lifting and I think that's my fault. Can I lay it back down? No, I can't. So let me show you what it looks like. It looks like peeling skin. You see it? So, oh, it peels off like, yeah, it definitely peels off like a little layer. It's fine. It's fine. But I'm just trying to like remove this ugliness under my eyes. Is it the sponge that made it look that ugly? Because, I mean, the sponge comes with it, right? So shouldn't it be pretty? Let's try it with a, I'm going to try it with a brush under the eyes, maybe. No, girl. No. No. It is highlighting every bit of crepiness that I could create under the eyes. Do you kind of see that? The concealer was pretty. So why am I ugly now? Why am I so ugly? No. No. Let me see if I can save this at all with my favorite powder. No, things are not. So the blush, like, it took a turn after the blush. Like the blush and now this powder. Let me see, because it'll go back in a, let me tell you something about me. If it's ugly and I can't use it, it's going back. Look how, listen, my Kosas powder just saved the day. My skin looks, there we go. That's what we needed. That's how my skin is supposed to look. Okay, all right, I feel a little better. Now let's try the highlighters. So we have Magnetize and Transcend from the little set. I feel like Transcend is gonna be the shade because it's more of a pinky, like a pinky gold. I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand now. And let's do a little stippling and see how, I'm nervous. Let's see how it works. Because, I mean, we have powder on now, so it can be disastrous. Oh, that's not bad. That's not applying bad over the powder. It doesn't even look crepey compared to the stupid Huda Beauty crepey ass looking. That's cute. That's cute. All right. That's not bad. I actually like that. Where'd I put it? Okay, here we go. That's pretty. So it's bringing some glow back to my skin, but it's not looking, so you see the glow here and then no glow here. That's okay. That's not okay. So let me clean off the brush and then just blend out that. That's cute. That's cute. Okay. Okay. All right. Redeeming quality of this little set is this little highlighter. That is pretty. That is extremely pretty. That color, it just blended in with the blush with my face. That's nice. Okay, so the highlighter is pretty. The blush is not so much. All the above. I'm going to go ahead and do mascara, and I'll be right back because things are not like, I have to regroup, girl. I have to regroup. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back, and whoo, child. Ooh, let me zoom out, make sure I'm zoomed out. Here I am. Here I am. I finished up the look. I did mascara and lashes, and I put some lip gloss on. I just used my Amico lip oil, lip treatment oil in Smitten. Here's the final look. I'm actually, hold up. Let me go ahead and show you an outside view of the makeup really quick. Let's jump into that. Y'all, so this is a preemptive outside view of the foundation. My makeup's not even done yet. I had to quickly run an errand. I know. Don't worry about it. I just dropped my mother's husband off, all right? So I wasn't outside in these streets with people seeing my half-done makeup, okay? I was just, you know what? The point is, okay, you get a little bit of a view of what the makeup looks like in sunlight. It's like golden hour right now, so you'll see very glowy, but it looks really good, like healthy skin, you know what I mean? You can't really see the makeup on my face except for like the pore area where we had that whole issue with the powder. Miss Hooter. Anyway, the skin looks good. I just wanted to do that. Girl, just choked on my spit. Just wanted to pop in and show you that really quickly so you get like an outdoor view of it. All right, let me go finish up, and now I'll go back to the video. All right, so you got to see what the makeup looks like in sunlight, and I was actually surprised that it looked so good. Glowy as hell, but it actually looks really, really nice. So let's talk about the products. Let's go over everything. All right, first let's start with the primer from Youthforia. I like this primer. It's not a mattifying primer. It's more of a smoothing primer. Not a bad little primer. Would I say run out and get it? Not necessarily, because it's a little bit on the pricey side. But I like it, you know? It's a decent little primer. Did it do anything extra? No. Did I feel like it made the makeup glide on any better? Not necessarily. Is it wearing any better? I don't know. But it's not a bad little primer. So I will continue to use it. I just don't know that it's the end all be all of primers. You know what I mean? But like it. All right, the foundation itself. It's a serum foundation. It is glowy, okay? So if you don't like glowy skin, you may not like it. However, you can set it down with powder and it looks really fresh on the skin. I think it blended really well. It looked great with a sponge or a brush, and it even looked better with a sponge. I didn't use fingers though, but I feel like it just looked good. Regardless of how I applied it, it looked like I was wearing a healthy dose of moisturizer on my skin, and that somehow still evened out my complexion without looking like I was wearing makeup. That's what it looks like. It looked beautiful. This shade 390 blended seamlessly with my skin. If you use me as a skin tone match, I mean seamless. 390. You can't, like, it blends so well. The skin tone match, it glided on. It looked good. Absolutely love this. Let's see. Agree the foundation lasts all day. I can't say that. And I would not say that for oily skin unless you're going to set this down. So on its own, for sure, you're going to get oily and greasy. There's no way. No way, okay? Now, I'm sure it's going to transfer too, because if I'm oily and greasy, let's see. Is it, wait, let me get some paper towel. To be fair, I have powder on, but let's see. It transfers. So I'm not a lot, you know, just a little thing. But for sure, it's going to transfer throughout the day. and the wear time for me is not gonna be there because I have oily skin and it started out oily, so that's not gonna happen. Feels good, feels good, feels lightweight too. It doesn't feel heavy at all. I don't, as glowy as it is, I would expect to actually feel it, because that's what happens with glowy products. Like, I can feel them on my skin and I want to kind of scrape them off. This feels good. It feels good. All right, if you're looking for a serum foundation that looks really good on the skin, that adds that healthy glow, I don't think this is a bad way to go. And if it has skincare ingredients in it, why are all these apps asking for access to my external devices? No, you don't get access to nothing. You crazy? Are you crazy? I want to look at the ingredients. That's what I wanted to pull up. Looking at skincare ingredients. I don't know. First ingredient is water. Titanium dioxide. Isn't that an SPF? I thought it was, but let's see. Glycerin is a good ingredient. Centella asiatica extract, another nice ingredient. Hyaluronic acid. What else? Grapefruit extract, coffee seed extract, safflower extract. There are quite a few different extracts in here. So, hey, there's some skin loving ingredients in here that you can benefit from. Would I recommend that you sleep in this? No, unless you want to transfer everything over to whatever you're sleeping on. Unless you literally sleep on your back like this and you don't move, which I don't. I'm a face sleeper. Like, I'm on my face, okay? I sleep on my side. I'm face down. Sometimes I sleep on my stomach. A lot of times I sleep on my stomach, so that's not gonna work. But overall, I think the foundation is really, really nice. I really like it. I will use it a few more times before I give like a final review on it, but so far so good. All right, the liquid eyeshadow, which is what we kind of started with, right? Where did it go? I love this. It's pricey as hell, but I love this. If you wanted to splurge on a little liquid eyeshadow that's gonna be a one and done for you, yeah. I mean, this shade retained its pigmentation, blended out really well, was not patchy, didn't crease, looks really good, like blended effortlessly, but it's set down, right? And I know it sets down because when I swatched this in store, I had to like scrub to get it off. So it sets down. It again gave me time to work with it. You saw, right? I was like working and stuff, but it didn't dry down too fast. It was really effortless. I love this. And the other two shades, I'm just saying, like this dark brown, talk about a really beautiful smoky eye. Oh my god, I want to do that. So yes, definitely love these Armani Beauty liquid eyeshadows. All right, what else? Oh, the little brush, foundation brush was cute too. It's a 303 oval foundation brush from Youthforia. I don't know that you need to get it, but it was cute. It was a nice little brush. Okay, what else did we use? The bronzer from Simihaze. I feel like it's a very natural looking bronzer for me, but it's more of a bronzer because of the undertone. It's a little bit more on the olive side, which is fine, right? It's a little bit more neutral, so it's more of a bronzer. So I can use it to shape my nose, which is what I really picked it up for. So manage your expectations with the shades, but the formula, really beautiful, applies well, blends out effortlessly, looks good on the skin, doesn't leave behind any harshness. It's not like cakey or crepey. It looks good, but this is the second deepest shade, and I think I swatched the darkest shade too, but it was a little bit too red. But it's nice. I do like it, and I like the packaging too. It's a twist-in packaging, but it looks like a little, I don't know what it looks like. Looks like a little, I don't know, right? A little flying salsa situation, or like a little hamburger, like a really flat hamburger. But I like it. Compared to my Juvia's Place, I kind of like my Juvia's Place a little bit more, but this is more of a suede texture. So it's not as emollient, it's not as creamy, but it still blends really effortlessly. So I like it. Like it. A little bit more on the pricey side, but so far I like it. The concealer, second time I'm trying this, and I don't know. I still don't know because we use the powder over this. Using it, let me see, around my mouth. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all around my mouth. I feel like before I put the powder on, it looked good, right? It's not like a concealer that I would say run out and get. It didn't impress me to that extent. I was more impressed by the House Labs concealer and the Givenchy that I did? Yeah, Givenchy Prism Libre concealer. I was more impressed by those, but I think if you have an olive undertone, if you're looking for neutral tone concealers, if you have brown skin, dark tan skin, this might be the way to go, and I like supporting a woman of color brand. So happy to try it. South Asian, you know, part of my heritage, so good on you. I like it, right? I'm not in love, like it didn't blow me away, but I do like it. All right, what else did we try? This serum. I'm liking this serum so far because it sits well under foundation and makeup. It doesn't feel sticky or dewy on my skin. It absorbs really well, and I'm gonna keep using it to see what the results are. I don't know what the results are, you know, jury's out, but I like how it applies and lays under makeup, if that is something that you think about. So that we use. What else did we use? Oh, the little Fenty Beauty thing. Where is it? I almost lost it, but this little thing, it's cute. It does create a little bit of a layer. It's coming off right now on this side because I was messing with my cheeks so much, but it does create a little bit of a layer right over your pimples that peels off like skin, right? Like your skin is stripping. I like it. I do like it. I think I'll continue to use this over blemishes if I'm wearing makeup, because it's not as noticeable as like one of the acne day dots, which I do like. But if I can use something that lays a little bit flatter and that has the skincare ingredients in it, salicylic acid especially, because that's great for my breakouts. If salicylic acid works for you, I think that's a great little thing to have handy, right? If you have breakouts, which I'm 40 and I'm still breaking out. My period just started, so it's hormonal breakouts. But either way, I like it, but just be mindful you can't manipulate too much over it because it will start peeling off. This one peeled off, and then here peeled off as well. But it does lay kind of flat under makeup. Just be mindful of how you work around it. The eyeshadows, the Clionadh eyeshadows, stained glass. I don't have to tell you how much I love these. Like, look at how pretty this is. It is so pretty. It is, I mean, I need to use more of these just in everyday looks. Like, they're so pretty. I can't get over how great these multi-chromes are, okay? Clionadh till the death of me when it comes to their stained glass collection. And then the little Mirage palette from Alter Ego. I know I only used 2 shades technically. No, well 3, because I did end up using this shade here, which is like a dark burnt wine shade on the lower lash line. Just a little bit to create a little smokiness after, you know, I did the rest of my face. But I like it so far, and I'm gonna keep using it. If you get a matte right, I think you're on your way, okay? Because shimmers are easy. But if you get a matte right, then I'm on board. And they've steadily improved their formulas, so I'm happy with it so far. And then the powder. The powder, the powder, the powder. It's the biggest fucking fail. It's the biggest fail. Oh my god, it still looks awful, which is why I can't even really tell with the concealer. Cause right now, right here, in my, ooh, can you see? It still looks ugly as hell. Like, it's settling into all my sins and imperfections. It's like, girl, you are 40. You are 40, 4 decades old. That is what it's saying to me. It's not giving me young and youthful. It's giving, child, you need some sleep. I don't like it. Like, my skin looks dry. My oily skin looks dry. Girl, let me tell you, say, I don't like it one bit. I don't like it. I'm gonna try it now. I'm gonna keep trying it before I'm gonna return it, you know. But, like, definitely returning the lighter shade, which is Blondie, because it did me no favors under the eyes, child. I will stick to my one size powder under the eyes because that is disgusting looking. And ooh, my little Kosas powder had to come in the clutch because that was ugly. It was ugly. I don't like it so far. And if I use it again and my mind changes, like if my impression changes, I'll let you know. But so far, it's awful. It's awful. And then last but not least, I think, is would be the Rare Beauty little set. this little set is cute. I think for the right person, it will be a good little set. If you are medium skin tone, like medium tan maybe, you might like these because the shades don't show up on me. They don't show up. And that disappointed me a lot. I was hoping that I would have these little travel sizes of these little liquid blushes because they're cute, right? But they don't show up on me, not the blush shades. They're very... Whoever told me that Virtue was gonna be a go-to shade for me, you lied. You lied because it didn't even, it melted into my skin. It did, where was it? Where was it? Nowhere. However, the highlighter shade in, which one was it? Let me tell you. Transcend, that rose gold. I'm gonna get that in a full size. I don't have any of the Rare Beauty highlighters, and that shade is definitely beautiful. I mean, you see like, it's a highlighter, like you see a glow, but it's not a highlighter at the same time because you can't see it. You know what I mean? So that kind of glow where I can pinpoint and concentrate my glow where I want it is what I'm all about. So I will order that full size of Transcend. If you want the set and you're lighter than me, you might like this. So I don't think it's a bad set. It's just you have to be the right complexion to enjoy it. And I think lighter complexion people will definitely like it. For me, I need more, so no. It's a no. But my little Hourglass palette still came in the clutch. The color, wait, it kind of faded a little bit. Is that, no, I was greasy outside. Maybe I need to rethink that. Did that not do well? Or because I was blending and trying to save the day. I reapplied it though. Now I gotta think about it. But the Hourglass palette came in the clutch. Maybe. Maybe. But there you have it. That's everything, right? That's everything we tried. Concealer, foundation, primer, highlighter, blush, eyeshadows, all the works. Yeah, I think that's it. So here you have it. Here's the final look. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Enjoyed just trying out some new products with me because we tried out a lot in this video. And some were duds, some were great, and let me know what you think. Have you tried any of these products out? Are you interested in trying any of these out? Hopefully this video was helpful to kind of decide where you want to go with it. I will continue to use some of these products and give you more feedback because I'm going to do a favorites video before the Sephora sale. Because I always end up doing my favorites videos like in January, and to me that's not very helpful because you want to know the favorites before the Sephora sale, right? So it's like recommendations so you can grab things while on sale. Either way, I'll leave a full list of all the products mentioned and used down below in the description box, along with links on where you can pick them up as my AC chips in. It's fine, you'll be fine. But if there's an asterisk next to any of those links, which more than likely it will be because I'm gonna link through Sephora and Ulta, then those are affiliate links, which means I will get a small sales commission if you make a purchase through any of those links. It's a great way to show you support for the channel because it gives me a kickback without changing the sale price, and I get to put it right back into the content. So I really appreciate you using my links. If you're shopping online, just come back to a video, hit a link, you know, and I will get that kickback. So thank you guys for using my links. I also have super thanks and channel memberships, so shout out to the members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. And I will also leave links to my Instagram and Twitter, which will never be X. And on to my next video, which will be very soon. I'll talk to you. Bye, guys.